we're in the zone. Hit play, rewind, feel the vibe. Let's go for a ride, let's go for a ride. Talking movies, popping off, plot holes, layers, like in again. Heartbreaking deep, but it's not that serious, not that serious. Magic, that's what we look for, that's what we come for. Magic, that's what we look for, that's what we come for. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen.
Hey screeners, welcome back to another episode. I'm Ricky.
And I'm Brittany.
And we are
Paper Screen. Welcome back to our podcast, or welcome to our podcast.
Today is a very special episode because we have a guest who has been on this podcast already. His name is Edwin.
It's me.
Yes.
That was perfect. Welcome back.
Thank y'all for having me. I love musicals, and so
this was
a great one to do.
This is perfect for you because like you're such a musical live theater person.
Yes, and this is like one of the greatest musical movies of all time. So here we are.
I guess we can get right into it. So for this episode, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, we are going to be talking about Wicked Part 1, the movie. For those who don't know about this film, it's about a young woman named Elphaba who forms an unexpected friendship with Glinda at the school they attend, Shiz University. However, an encounter with the Wizard of Oz sets their friendship on a collision course, leading them to vastly different paths. It's starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Jonathan Bailey, Ethan Slater, Peter Dinklage, Michelle Yeoh, and Jeff Goldblum. It's directed by John M. Chu, who did Crazy Rich Asians. He also did In the Heights, which Edwin and I have seen. He also did Step Up to the Streets. I never saw
The
that
sequel?
one. Yeah, the sequel.
Oh, okay.
I never saw it. The Justin Bieber movie.
Well, the tour thing, the live
Yeah,
tour?
the tour.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Okay, so this is written by Winnie Holzman, who did the musical, Donna Fox, who wrote the screenplay, and then it's also based on the book by Gregory McGuire. So I guess we can talk about our movie experience. I guess I'll go with Edwin because you're our guest.
Yeah. So Ricky and I, we went to the Culver Theater, got there early because I was nervous that there would be a lot of people at the concessions or whatever. And I was just really excited. Went into the theater and it was a great experience. We also went, I believe it came out on a Friday. We went on a Thursday night. So like the day right before it officially came out. And our audience was really good. There was no singing or anything. Wait, Ricky will say something about that later. But I will say there were two moments during the movie where people actually clapped. It was after The Wizard and I, and at the very end, people like applauded because they were like, wow. And I thought that was pretty cool, even though the actors can't hear us. It's still cool that people like clapped. It was a really, really good audience. There were some interesting people next to us, but yeah.
It was quite an experience because, never seen the musical. I was expecting people to get up and sing, and I was like, oh God.
Which I did not want to happen.
And I know there was like this girl next to us who was literally conducting the screen, and I was like, ew, cringe.
During,
Yeah.
tell them which part she was conducting.
Was it Defying Gravity?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like,
She was
Oh my god.
quivering, shaking the whole aisle.
Weird.
I know. It was like funny though, because I
Yeah.
kept looking at her. I'm like, what's going on over there? Is she okay? I
there
thought she
was a
was
scene
having
in
a
between,
seizure.
Oh my gosh. That is so strange. I've never seen someone do that.
I mean, she
Like
was
at a
really
movie.
good.
she was feeling it. People were excited. Oh, we saw these girls wearing Letterman jackets that said like Shiz University on them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and I didn't know
cute.
what that was. And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
it's
we didn't
from the
know
movie.
because we had never seen it. And I was like, oh, you're a student.
Yeah. You wore green. I wore pink. Oh yeah. I wore green. He
Yeah.
wore pink.
Yes.
I would have been wearing pink. But yeah, that was like my experience. I had very low expectations just because watching the trailer, I was like, I don't like Ariana Grande. Well, that's because she did that line, "You're green," which I quote like all the time.
Yes. He kept quoting before the film that and after. Yes.
Yeah, but I was very surprised at how much I liked the movie, that I even saw it with Brittany, and then I saw the live musical, and I did get teary-eyed during that scene.
And that was your first time seeing the musical too?
Yeah, it was my first time.
Wow.
It's been out like 20-something years.
I know.
I just now saw it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it either, but I'm not like a musical theater person, but this movie definitely has awakened
a lot of people
that interest.
You're not alone. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Me too. I love that people, like new people, are being introduced to the story in musical theater. Like what you thought you knew about musical theater, you know.
Yeah. I think it like, I honestly, because I was talking about the movie last night and I was like, well, I'm like totally invested in the story. Like it didn't take any time. And I think I've seen a lot of musicals, or like when I was younger, I wasn't invested. So to me, it was just like, ugh, I have to listen to this song.
No, I get it.
Like I have a hard time with Disney movies. Like when we saw Wish, like I was like the animation's cool, but like whenever there's a song, I was like, ugh.
The songs were not good for that movie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What about when you were a kid? Were you into Disney or no?
I only the good ones. So like Lion King. I didn't fuck with Little Mermaid. I never really liked it. I didn't like girly things when I was little. And she like, as a kid, I was like, what dumb bitch would be like, I want to be a human and walk around. Like, I can't to this day. And then when her dad turned into like that little, like sad little worm thing, it's like so disturbing. So I never liked that movie, but I liked like things like Peter Pan and like Alice in Wonderland and Fox and the Hound, where like, there's not really that much music. Yeah. But I think like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin and Lion King, off the top of my head, like I always liked those because the music is really good.
I agree. I like those three. I don't remember the other ones. Oh, Hercules.
Yeah, I love Hercules.
I liked Hercules.
I didn't because I didn't like the animation style.
Oh, I love the animation style. Anyways, we're not talking about those movies. Tell us more about your experience watching it.
Yeah, I went with you, and I was like really excited to see this movie too, just because like all the lore around it, like Ethan and Ariana.
Yeah.
And then like I know Cynthia from like The Outsider, you know. Oh. And so I didn't even know she was a singer, which is funny because like that's where she comes from, is like musical theater. Yeah. But so I knew it was her, but the more I saw her red carpet looks, I was like, and then her and Ariana, I was like, I want to see this movie. Just because they like made it seem so like it was the thing happening.
Yes, yeah, because of the press tour.
Yeah. And I know the press tour is like kind of controversial because like some people, like I have a friend who's like, I cannot fucking stand them. And then I'm like, I love it. I love their chemistry. I love their energy. I love their shtick, all of it. But anyway, so I went to the movie with Ricky, and yeah, I was like, I didn't know anything about it other than it was like the backstory of the Wicked Witch of the. See, I thought it was
West.
The East.
Yeah.
and then the Good Witch. And historically, the Wizard of Oz movie, I spent like a summer trying to find the guy hanging himself. Remember that?
Is that a rumor or is that like actually true?
I believe that shit.
So I think I found it. I think I found it at like 6 a.m. and I showed my mom when I was a kid.
Okay.
I was like, right here.
And it's real. He really is.
I can't remember if I figured out if it was real or not. Like, because it might be one of those things where like, they're going to like never admit that it's real. Because it's just too, that kind of PR is like too, you know. But did you know that they like, when they fall asleep and there's snow, there's something
in
happens.
Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, in Wizard of Oz, it's pure asbestos.
I heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everything about that movie was like a fucking nightmare. It's gorgeous. But anyway, so we went to Wicked. I'm like, that's all I know. Didn't know the songs. I think I knew Popular. Like just with just
From the
that
trailer.
little tiny bit
Yeah.
from the trailer and like YouTube shorts or something. So, and I really liked it. I was like, I think the thing that like captivated me the most was Ariana, because she's like unrecognizable, mostly
As
with
Ariana.
her voice.
Yeah.
And like
The Ariana
What the
that
fuck
we
is
know.
she saying?
Yes.
that's the thing though. And that whole first bit, I was like, oh man, I'm not going to understand anything that's happening. Cause I literally to this day, I don't know what she's saying. Whenever she does like her
pop
opera,
songs? Oh, her opera.
her
Gotcha.
opera stuff, some of her pop songs too. But yeah, she's like the whole beginning. She's like, I literally have no clue. But the beginning of Wizard of Oz, when they do, or like when Dorothy does go into Oz or whatever it's called, and the house is on that witch, it's always bugged the fuck out of me. Like when I was a kid and you watch like the feet roll back, like it's so disturbing. It's so creepy. It's really creepy that everyone's like, yay, a house fell on a witch. Like it just always really bugged me. It's like dark, you know?
I guess so. Yeah, I never thought
And-
about that. Yeah, I guess so.
And I met one of the
What?
lollipop kids at the Minnesota State Fair once.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Is that in the Wizard of... I don't... what-
Yeah, it's one of the Munchkins. There's 3 lollipop kids.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Got you.
Do you guys forget about them?
Yeah.
I knew them as something. I knew them as the Munchkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
They sing a little tune
I vaguely remember.
and they're like, we're the lollipop
And
kids.
it's been a while since I've seen Wizard of Oz.
Hmm.
So
But yeah, sorry. I also like didn't see that many trailers, so I like forgot Michelle was in it. So it was like fun when she like popped up. I didn't even know Jeff Goldblum was in it. I don't know if I know Jonathan Bailey, but I love him.
he's from Bridgerton.
Okay, yeah, and I tried watching that show. So boring.
It's so
fucking boring.
bad. Yeah, when Michelle Yeoh pops up, you're like, oh, you're the actor.
Oh yeah, I should mention I did take an edible.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So I
okay.
did take an edible because I was like, oh, this will be fun. It's,
I'm sure with a film like that.
yeah.
I mean, especially the dancing through life scene, you probably would have had a trip.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know. When did your edible kick in?
I think it was kicked in. It was definitely kicked in by then, for sure.
Oh,
I'm trying to think
that's
of when I think it kicked in during the backstory of Elphaba.
Oh yeah.
Which, okay, so that was the thing. Like, seeing that movie and not knowing anything about it, I was definitely like, whoa, I didn't know this was going to be like so heavy.
Oh.
Like, it gets so serious.
Oh yeah.
Like some of the different plot points,
Themes?
you know?
Yeah.
Mhm, themes.
Yes.
like
Yeah.
just from her origin story, or like just
Her origin story, I thought she was just green. I didn't know there was
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be a
me
whole
too.
thing
There
behind
were-
it.
Yeah.
And then the animal stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know about the animal
Yeah.
stuff that I got that.
Yeah.
that deep.
Like,
I like
it's
that
really,
part.
really dark.
Well, I shouldn't say I liked it, but I'm glad that it was discussed.
Well, that's the
was
thing.
brought up.
It gives it so much more depth.
Yeah.
I think that's what like made me like the movie was I didn't know it was going to go that route. Like the whole animal rights thing. I was like, oh, this is like real life. It just made me feel more for Peter Dinklage or the goat. I just love the goat.
Yeah. I didn't know he was in it either.
Yeah. With Dr. Dillerman.
Dr.
Yes.
Dillerman.
Dr. Diddleman, which reminded me of the song of or ballad of what the hell is that called?
Songbird,
Is that what it's called?
The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games movie that I like.
Oh.
Wait, what about him?
He plays a professor in that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's in that too?
Yeah. He's like a heroin addict professor
Oh,
who
I
like
forgot about
who
that.
hates President Snow but young. He hates him because like he's his ex-best friend's son and he's just like he's so mean to him.
yeah.
It was really good. I really liked it and I'm excited to see. I want to see the musical and I want to see part 2 of the movie.
I love that for you. So, what's the budget?
The budget for Wicked, and yeah, it's 2 movies. Okay, so for the first one, it was 145 million.
Whoa.
That's so much money. And like, well, I don't know if you've heard a lot about this, but like Ariana and Cynthia's relationship, like when they both got casted and they went through their contract together.
That's so smart.
Yeah, so smart. And they got paid the exact same.
Oh, good.
People
Yeah.
need to do that more often.
They really
But-
should. I think
Yeah.
I mean, it like, that's so well known now, like their story. So I think that'll like probably.
Yeah, help other people.
Yeah. And it was smart too to be like allies like that, like really quickly. I think it was like 12 million or 15 million each.
Oh wow.
Oh, I
So,
don't
like-
remember. Yeah, but I know I heard the same thing.
For both movies or just the one?
I thought for both.
Oh.
Yeah. I might be wrong, but I think for both because they shot them consecutively. And the box office for the first Wicked, as of now, and it's been out for like about a month. So domestic, it's 214 million. International,
That is a lot.
Yeah, and I don't know what reporting this is from, but internationally it was 264. So
Oh. And they're just gonna make more money because the sing-along version is now in theaters.
it is actually sorry. So now it's up to 585 million,
Oh.
and like it noting musical theater movies don't usually do that well.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I know. This is
So it might not have hit Barbie, or what was the other movie that beat Barbie?
Oppenheimer. What?
No, it was something like this year.
Gladiator 2. Just kidding.
Yeah, Gladiator.
I need to look at what it was.
Long legs. Just kidding.
No, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh,
Really? Oh, wow. I didn't know people.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So sorry, Barbie.
And a lot of people.
Men will always win.
A lot of people are saying that Wicked is what they thought Barbie was going to be. Like the
Totally.
big sensation.
Yeah.
Wicked is actually that.
I would agree because I want that was my big thing about Barbie is I was like, I want it to be like Barbie world. I don't want to be like, let's go into the real world and like learn a lesson.
Oh, missed
That's-
opportunity. I will say, and maybe you can put this in earlier. I feel that like there's a lot of privilege around people who've been able to see the stage show. Even though I know it's been out for 20 years, I didn't like the fact that people, when they were talking about this movie, were already talking about part 2. Even though we've only seen part 1. Do you mind when people talk about part 2?
Yeah,
Can
I
we talk about
definitely.
spoilers?
I like very passively because that's why I think spoiler warnings like do matter.
Yeah.
But I very passively like saw something and it was such a big fucking spoiler.
And how'd it make you
for
feel?
Part 2. Oh, I was really bummed out. I was
Same,
like, that would have been
yeah.
like really cool to see.
I don't want to do that to people, so that I don't like talking about.
So we should say, if you're listening to this episode, there will be spoilers. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's
Yes.
talk about our favorite scenes, musical numbers. Edwin?
Also, one of my favorite scenes is, or musical numbers, is The Wizard and I. I loved it. Like, as soon as you started singing, I was like, okay, here we go. I feel like in musical theater, there's always one song that lets you know, that introduces like the lead character of how good they're going to be. And so when she started singing, I was like, okay, here we go. This will let me know what we're going to be working with. And it was amazing. And that's when people clapped at the end because everyone was like, wow, that was...
Mhm.
That was great. And it let you know. She set the tone for this is what I'm going to give you guys. And she really gave it to us. So The Wizard and I was my favorite.
And that's like the first song that we hear her sing.
Yeah,
too.
it is. Mhm.
Because before that, we get Madame Morrible.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Many years I have waited.
And that was cool too to hear Michelle Yeoh sing. I was like, oh, Michelle
I
Yeoh.
thought it was cool because she didn't give a fuck. She didn't
Yes.
even try.
Oscar award winning actress.
I will sing like this.
Yes. When you won the Oscar, that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
You can give it to him like that. But yeah. And to see Michelle Yeoh and open up that song, I was like, okay, here we go.
Was
Yeah.
that your favorite scene, like Wizard and I?
One of.
I
would
think I know the other one.
Yeah. And the other one I think would be the end, like Defying Gravity, like that whole sequence of them like running through whatever that is with the monkeys and all that stuff. And then her jumping out the window and all that stuff. Yeah. That whole scene was amazing too.
Oh my God, when she sees her reflection.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Baby-
When she's falling
Baby
yeah, and she
Elphaba.
sees like her.
and then
There was
she's
a message.
like
Oh my
reaching
God.
out for her hand, and then it's like,
There was a message there
Oh yeah.
of like, don't give up on like the young you. Like you can do it.
Right.
You can do it. You
Mhm.
gotta believe.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say Dancing Through Life.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I did like Dancing Through Life. It got a little sad during the where well, I guess it's after Dancing Through Life when Elphaba shows up at the dance and her and
Oh,
Anna
that's
have that
still-
moment.
That's still Dancing Through Life.
I think
That
that's
song is
after.
so long.
I think the song has ended and now she shows up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were some of y'all's
Yeah,
favorite
Brittany.
scenes?
I would say the their dance is my favorite part. And I was a little bit stoned. But when Ariana and Cynthia danced together, I was like, I started crying and I was like, oh my God, this is like so intense. Like, it's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I thought, like, even though I'm not like a musical theater, like dance person or whatever, I was like, I feel like this is such a good way to communicate something that you couldn't communicate unless you use, like, it's not something you could say, like their forgiveness and connection and like acceptance and all, whatever. It is like, seems like something you could only do with like movement.
Yeah.
Shout out to OA.
Yeah. Oh my God. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I just think like the popular part, because Ariana, Glinda is so funny.
She is.
Like when she takes off her glasses and she's like, never mind.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. And then I liked when we met the Great and Powerful Oz, because I love how they did a practical.
Yeah. The
thing.
mask.
Yeah. And it was just so reminiscent and like big and fun. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know if I need to see it again, honestly, because I saw it the one time. But the interpretive dancing was definitely like,
yeah.
Oh, and the train part, but because of Ariana, I guess I'm an Ariana stan now. But when she's like, I can't, fine, I'm coming. Like she'd always like do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's funny.
About the interpretive dancing, I think I heard or read that Ariana didn't know the dance moves.
That's true.
So she was just like,
she was really doing what the characters
improv
do.
almost,
Yeah.
I guess, kind of.
Like watching her and
which that makes it work even more.
Yeah, just makes it more authentic.
and the tears were organic.
Yeah.
And Glinda wiping her tears was like
she's like
improved.
Doesn't she say like it's okay?
I think so. Yes, 99% sure. Yeah, and Bowen Yang and that other girl being like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, stop it.
Perfect. Yeah,
I totally forgot about them.
Mm-hmm.
But the girl was really funny.
Yes.
Raise your hand. Do you remember that part?
No. What was that?
It's when like Elphaba like speaks up in class and that girl's like, raise your hand.
Oh, okay. No, I don't, but I believe it.
That reminds me of another part. There's two more parts that I thought were like favorite.
Okay.
One is what's Jonathan Bailey's?
Fiero.
When Fiero is doing his big dance and song at the school, it like really quickly shows Elphaba and Nessa, and Elphaba goes, I can't work. I can't study during all this. So funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go outside.
And then, of course, I'm sure we'll get to it, but defying gravity when her cloak becomes gigantic. I like died.
I did not notice that. I was one of the people that did it. I thought it was long that whole time.
I was like, damn, okay. Did this like cape magically grow?
No, it like grows throughout the song. It's insane. It's so fucking funny.
I mean, I guess that could happen. It depends on what fabric it was. I mean, it's
defying gravity.
Magical.
Yes.
Okay, so my favorite scene / number would be popular. And then my favorite scene is probably Loathing.
What one is that?
Yeah, that was cute.
What is this?
It's kind of like where they don't get along.
Yeah, it's called What Is This Feeling?
Oh.
Yeah. But that scene where,
Yeah, that is a good one. I like the Glinda like verse, or what do you call that?
Her dance. Yeah.
Glinda, you are just so...
Oh, yeah, the chorus, the ensemble.
Yeah, that part.
And speaking of ensemble, the girl, the dancers, the
one with the bob.
Girl with the bob, yeah. Iconic.
I need to look her up.
Yeah.
Apparently she's a TikTok sensation because of that scene.
Yes. They found her and everything. Like someone, I think Wicked the movie posted something and she commented, "Oh, this is me." And then all these people were like, "Oh my God, you killed it. Da, da, da. I love the bob."
Yes.
Yeah. So
and then I think I stumbled on her TikTok and she was doing that whole dance at like a holiday party.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
that's
really
so funny.
She had the bob and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Let's get into the movie. Let's talk about the opening scene. So the opening scene starts off with like, we see the puddle of water and the hat.
Right.
I thought that was really cool how they started off the movie. And apparently at one point, like the musical, the live theater version started like that.
Oh.
I don't know if that's for a fact, but I thought that's what I heard.
Yeah, I heard something like that too. It starts off with like a big witch hat.
Yeah,
The
and then
ensemble, like carrying it.
There's like some sound happening during that too, right?
yeah,
An
it's like
announcement.
Glinda's voice going, "The Wicked Witch is dead,"
Oh.
and then we get the flying monkeys over Oz.
And the person on the horse.
Oh yeah. Well, we see Dorothy. Wait, did we see the horse first? I thought we see Dorothy, Scarecrow, and like
The whole
Lion-
gang.
Tin
Toto.
Man.
When you see the monkeys, they like fly up by like a waterfall or something, right?
Yeah. and
So
then
they're the person on the horse is down here.
by the waterfall.
Yeah. I don't know.
On a
At the bottom
road.
of the screen. I don't
Yeah,
know.
bottom of the screen. Yeah.
Oh, I need to rewatch it. I
Yeah.
definitely saw Dorothy.
I did not expect that. I didn't think this was going to
Your-
have anything.
Your
To
face
do
was
with
like,
the
huh?
Wizard of Oz.
Well, I'm like, I mean, because I'm thinking of like how these witches look in Wizard of Oz. So I'm like, they're a lot older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because in Wizard of Oz, it's like actually like middle-aged women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this movie, I know it's Cynthia and Ariana, and like they could pass for like 25.
Gotcha.
They're not going to pass for teenagers, though. If that's what we're trying to do, I don't buy that.
College.
Yeah, I could do fine college.
They're like 40.
Ariana's like how old? Like 30? I'm 30.
She's younger than.
I know.
She's like 32. Maybe
Jonathan
31.
Bailey is like 40.
Yes, Jonathan
Yeah.
Bailey is. Cynthia, I think, is like 36.
Wait, yeah, so. Oh, gosh, I did look it up recently. I think and I think Ariana's 1 year older than Cynthia. Yeah,
What, Ariana's the older one?
I think so. I might be wrong,
That's
but
fine.
I
Let's
No,
fact check. I'm
but
going to look
yeah,
up
fact
Cynthia.
check it. Cynthia is a Capricorn,
Oh.
and Ariana is a Cancer.
Cynthia's
Oh, yeah.
37.
Cynthia's 37. I know someone who's 37.
Who's a college student.
Oh, Ariana Grande's 31.
Oh my God, I was so wrong. Cynthia's 37, Ariana's 31.
31. Mhm.
Well, Cynthia looks
It-
younger.
Both of them
She
look good for their
does.
age. Yeah.
You know what? I was with a friend on a little mini vacation recently, and we were talking about Ariana and with peace and love. I go, Ariana looks like an albino Audrey Hepburn, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Like exactly. That's
Yeah.
like the best way to
The
describe her.
Glinda era Ariana.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, but that's what she is right now.
I guess. Yeah. That's
yeah.
true,
with
that's
the
true.
voice and everything.
And the
'Cause that's how-
hairstyles,
Audrey Hepburn
Oh,
sounds like.
Yeah.
like transatlantic.
She could do breakfast at Tiffany's.
Mhm.
could,
She could.
yeah.
And she did that song, Seven
What's-
Rings.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, she did.
Oh, yeah.
We get the opening scene. We see Glinda. She shows up in this bubble. She's like, Wicked Witch is dead. And then she's like retelling the origin story of Elphaba, right? Let's talk about that. Cause I was like, oh, we're like seeing like her mom like cheating, having an affair with like her
Yeah.
dad
Mm-hmm.
with this random dude.
And I really, really, really thought this was going to be like a family friendly movie. And I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that happens to families.
It does. It was rated PG.
Yeah. No, this movie should have been PG-13. I don't know why they.
There was no cussing.
Isn't she like, I mean, having like well,
They didn't
yeah.
show them having.
No, it just
intercourse.
implied it. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really know how they rate PG-13 and PG.
I feel like you have to have profanity, at least a few words,
Mhm.
and maybe cleavage. I don't know, which we didn't have any of that. I feel like language is somewhere, and probably drug use, and I feel like you have to.
They were
and
drinking.
violence.
Drinking a green bottle,
Oh,
Mhm.
a green potion,
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
yeah. No drug use or violence.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, that bear.
yeah, the nurse bear. I was about to talk about that. Anyways, so her mom gets pregnant with Elphaba. She pops out green, and her dad is like, "This is an abomination."
Mhm.
And then Nurse Bear, who I was like, "Oh, cute, mom bear," basically takes care of Elphaba.
And she baby Elphaba does magic like right when she comes out.
Right.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Good point. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like whenever she feels like a lot of emotions, like
Something happens.
mhm.
Yeah. It's like Carrie.
Yeah. She's basically, oh my God. This is basically the story of Carrie.
I will say, backing up really quick, when one of the people in Munchkinland asked Glinda, hey, wasn't she your friend? Glinda's reaction immediately had me like, wait, why'd you answer it like that? She like paused, like she didn't really want to say if they were friends or not.
Mm-hmm.
Just she was ashamed.
Yeah, ashamed. That was a red flag. Just saying. I was like, hold up. Why'd you say it like that? Like, we're all friends, yes or no? But that's it.
She cares a lot about what people think.
Yes, she does.
She only cares about herself.
Her image.
Yes.
How she's perceived.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Nessa Rose. Still in her origin story, we get little baby Nessa Rose. And I thought that little girl was so cute.
Yeah, both of them were so cute.
Yeah, both of them were super cute.
Yeah. And they both get picked on because
for different reasons.
Yeah, for different reasons.
But like so disturbing.
Yeah,
like so fucking sad.
Those are kids. Kids are mean.
Yeah, kids are really mean.
If you don't teach them, kids are mean.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
really
why
mean.
they were trying to bring the kids in this.
Yeah. Oh.
To make it PG.
Oh.
Anyways. Yeah, we learn about her powers and then we jump into present time. I guess it's like present time, but we get that fabulous opening title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I love a title card.
Yeah, you do.
That's an homage to the original Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we can talk about like when they get to Shiz
mm-hmm.
and Glinda and Elphaba and how their relationship is forming.
She originally wasn't a student. We learned that too. I didn't know that she wasn't originally enrolled at Shiz.
Right.
It's her sister. And so I was like, oh, okay, how do you end up going to this school then? And then
she basically gets forced to go to this.
Which I did think that was kind of like a weak point because it's like very clear, okay, the dad hates his chick, loves Nessa, but they're like, he's dropping off Nessa and then he's just like, Elphaba, stay here and watch her. I'm like, wouldn't he have like thought about that already? Like before they even got there?
Right.
Wait, thought about what? Elphaba staying there? Oh, to take
like
care
Elphaba
of, to
going
watch
to
over
school
her?
to like make sure Nessa's good. Like, why did he not think about that until they were there? You know?
Maybe he saw, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought like she could be independent on her own, but then he gets there and he's like, it was just a lot of action happening around her.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to meet Nessa and help her.
Yeah, even that teacher.
Yes.
Oh,
Greatest Showman.
that was a whole thing with the teacher.
And she's actually a new character, not from the live musical. She's actually split between Madame Marble. So they created this new character for her. And she's from Greatest Showman.
Yeah. Well, I can't think of her name, but she's amazing.
Yeah. Which I recently just watched for the first time. Yeah,
Also,
you should watch that.
Good.
Okay.
It's like really good.
Okay.
About Barnum and Bailey. How the
Fucking
circus
made me teary eyed.
Oh, I like Moulin Rouge. That's the other one.
Yes.
Sorry.
The movie? Well, both. Because you saw the stage version, Moulin Rouge,
I like
and
both.
Okay.
Ooh, Ariana should do
Moulin Rouge?
Yeah, she should do Moulin Rouge.
Her in red hair.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Interesting.
With that voice.
In the pop songs.
I mean, she can like do so many impersonations. She could actually do such like really make all those songs sound really different. But anyway, we're at Shiz.
We're at Shiz.
Yeah, we're at Shiz. We're getting enrolled.
Yeah, and Madame Marble is like, many years.
My dear, my dear.
She sees Elphaba's power because Elphaba kind of like does her.
Well, don't we first meet Glinda meets Elphaba? Does that happen?
Oh,
before
yeah.
the song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Glinda's got to do her, grand entrance.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, that's so beautiful.
Everyone's so amazed at everything that she does.
And then
She's not wearing the school uniform. She's like wearing her own
pants.
custom.
Oh, I
like,
didn't notice that till now. You're right. She's
Yeah.
not. She's doing her own thing.
special
Yeah.
treatment.
And she was supposed to have her own room.
I mean, she did.
She had her
until-
own suite.
Yes.
Private suite until Elphaba moves in and they're like forced to live with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I like how that happened. She was
Mhm.
too busy not paying attention, and then she volunteered herself for roommate.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that part. Because how did that happen? She was just like raising her hand.
She wants to be in the seminar for
Oh.
Michelle.
Michelle Yeoh's.
Yeah. And so she's just doing anything to like kiss her ass.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't realize she's like that she just said who wants to room with Elphaba.
It's like her mentorship, right?
Mhm.
To
Yes.
be- not
That's
a
her
witch.
dream. That's why she came to Shiz.
Yeah, is it a-
To learn magic.
Yes.
Not to be a witch.
Sorcerer? What does she call it? She must call it something. I'm going to be a great sorcerer or witch or
Something
fairy.
in that realm.
No, because witch is bad. Witches are ugly.
That's a quote, you guys, from The Wizard of Oz. But yes.
Well, I was going to say really quick, when the whole thing happens at the school and like Elphaba does the magic, but then the teacher's like, oh, it was me. When that like weird, like whatever it was, like medallion or.
Oh, it falls,
Yeah, when it falls
and it shows like the bears.
And it shows like the animals as teachers. I was like, what is that?
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that in life that happens. Like, wait, and then people try to like glaze over it. No, I saw that.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah. I was like, wait. And they were all kind of already talking about like, they gave some background to like the great and powerful Oz, like for whatever he did. So he's like the savior. Everyone loves him.
Something else was going on at that school before.
I was just surprised how rude Glinda was right off the bat. Because when she's like, oh, you're green. And she's like, I am. Let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that part.
She's so used to people being dumb.
What does she say?
No, I'm not seasick.
She's used to it.
And then Glinda doesn't she like right away say things like, oh, I can probably help you? Doesn't she?
Maybe.
I feel like she says rude things like
she wants to give her a makeover.
Yeah, or she's like, I'm going to become a powerful sorcerer.
And then maybe I can help you.
Maybe.
That makes sense.
I might be making this up, but
No.
I feel like
That was sad.
something in like the vibe.
I feel like that was like right before Popular. And they do that
'cause
whole
before
number.
Popular is their beautiful dance.
Yeah.
And
They
she's
become
accepting
friends,
her.
yeah.
She's not trying to change her. She's accepting her.
And trying to make her popular.
Yeah, popular because pink goes good with
Yeah,
green.
she's accepted that she's green, but she's like, I'm gonna work this green for you. I'm gonna make it
And then
work for you.
Miss Perfect Elphaba is like goes well with green
Oh,
She, like,
I didn't catch
She's
that
like,
part.
yeah.
Yes, I didn't catch that part.
because Elphaba's like studious. And that is the other thing too, is like right away when we see their first class and it's Peter Dinklage as a goat, stressed me the fuck out when he's trying to say her name. Because I felt like bad for him, you know? And then, cause she wouldn't let it go, Glinda. And then Elphaba's like right away, like defending him, like defending like education and stuff. And I was like, okay.
Mhm.
And then we see the first like straight up hate crime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
On the chalkboard.
Yes.
And it was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Animals
I was like,
should be-
okay, so what is going on?
Yeah.
Why are we hating on the animals?
Which at first I was like, fuck, did Glinda do that?
You thought Glinda did that?
Like kind of maybe. I was like, oh, did Glinda do that?
Oh, I get you. Like a mean
But then,
girl type.
yeah, but I think I know who did.
Miss Madame Marble, right?
Yeah, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she looked like a villain when she like showed up.
Yeah, she did.
She was like ready to groom Elphaba.
She was like, hello, new student.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the
they
weird-
have their
the
own
weird, like-
vocabulary. They did say some words. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, their weird vocabulary. They'd like whip it out once in a while.
Yeah. I was like, well, what did they just say? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time? No, no.
No,
I'm joking.
I was like, when I heard congratulations, and I was like, did she say lotion?
And do
Yeah.
momsies and popsicle. Like all those
That's
words.
another. I think I was like, is that Glinda's vocab? I feel like
Right.
Glinda has her own vocabulary, and then
Yeah,
everyone else
totally.
has one that they all agree on.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a thought about the dance scene because of everything that happens before, and the fact how like Glinda gave Elphaba the hat. I couldn't tell, even though it's a very beautiful scene. I couldn't tell. I was like, wait, are you really her friend, or are you like playing around? The whole film, I felt back and forth between that. And there's like
Mhm.
debates on whether Glinda's actually good or bad. But yeah, that scene at the dance, I was just like, I can't tell if you are actually being nice to her or if this is like you still being mean.
I took it as because that what like launches that is like, well, first off, it was her friend's idea to do the thing of the hat.
Right.
Also, and again, I know it's like a movie and like nothing about this is like quote realistic, but I was like, would people be that weird about her hat? Would like the whole room be like, ooh.
That's what I was like, okay. It's
Yeah. I was like,
not that serious.
yeah. I was like, look at Bowen Yang's glasses. Like,
Stuff like that happens.
yeah.
I
mean, she is green,
yeah.
so they probably would. And then we see Michelle being like, hey, she's so mean to Glinda.
Right.
She's like, hey, Elphaba's like forcing me to like have you da-da-da-da. And Glinda. So I took it as like Glinda has never had like seen something done selfless. So I think the act of Elphaba helping her, despite Glinda not doing anything for Elphaba to help her, you know what I mean? Because Glinda, you can tell it's like there's sort of like this big artificial thing she has with her worlds and how she gets things and not really having to try to get things. Yeah. And so for Elphaba to like go out of her way and do something kind when she didn't have to. Yeah, I think that kind of like put Glinda like she was shell shocked and like so, but knew like in that moment like, oh, I've done something mean to her, and like she's coming into the room, and so I feel like for me it was like that was kind of an organic like I don't know what to do, but this person has like shown me something I've never seen before. And then now I'm going to like, this is like my way of apologizing is like, I'm going to acknowledge her and like not let her be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I get you. Yeah.
Let's move on from Glinda. Let's talk about like Elphaba and Furio. Their connection.
Chemistry right off the bat.
You thought so?
I definitely thought so. But like, I think them as the characters first meeting in the woods. They're in the woods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought there was like some sort of chemistry.
Yeah.
Or like they both just acted really well, that the chemistry felt.
I thought they were acting really well. I don't know if I can see the chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could see both of them together.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking romantic chemistry?
Yeah.
No, I agree. No romantic chemistry, but they are both like leaders. They both are people who speak out. That's where I saw the chemistry. I was like, okay, both of y'all are on the same wavelength as far as
that's
like,
probably what I'm thinking too. Like, yeah, but I think he's right away into her
because he realizes, oh, this is someone who doesn't follow the crowd, and neither do I.
Yeah, like
he's like that too.
She's at my level.
Yes, yeah.
Right, and he's like, we got to rescue this little cub. Which the cub in the little basket. Did you notice it? That's like a nod to Toto.
Throughout this entire movie, that was a big note I had. Throughout this entire movie, I'd be like, oh my God, Wizard of Oz is so iconic.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, like I'm melting.
Oh, the references.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Like there's so much about Wizard of Oz where I was like, God, that movie like really is like, a big part of our culture.
It is.
I was like, why did Prince Furio like show up late to the school? Like
he got kicked out of his last school. I think he was supposed to be attending somewhere else.
Oh,
that's like his thing. He always gets kicked out of schools because he's like too different.
She's hot.
I thought he was just like a dude going through the woods. Met Elphaba and was like, she's cute. I'm gonna follow her. And then when he went to the school, Glinda like distracted him and he was like, yeah, I'm a new student. I literally thought he just kind of like is just rolling.
Yeah, I thought,
I might be wrong, but that's.
But the song he talks about like.
He says, I just got kicked out of school. And
But no, they're all like, oh, the prince is here.
Oh yeah, is he somebody?
Yeah, he's the prince.
Yeah, he is someone.
The Prince of Oz?
I want to know about that, but
Bridgerton.
I'm wrong. You guys don't
the
listen
Prince
to me.
of Bridgerton.
Do not listen to me in case I'm wrong. So maybe that's not it.
Yeah, Glinda steps in and basically swoops him up, and they're like a power couple, like Regina George and Aaron Sanders.
Yeah, they are.
And Glinda's like, you should push your hair back. And Elphaba's Katie Heron.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's what I was gonna get at. Yeah.
Because remember, she's like shows up.
Yeah, the corpse bride or whatever.
Yeah.
At the Halloween party.
I thought you were gonna say Aaron and Jonathan are both gay.
Well, that too. Yeah. that too.
They both use these blonde bitches as a beard.
Yeah, they do.
So
they
funny.
both do.
Okay, let's talk about Dancing Through Life.
Dancing Through Life.
Choreography. everything.
Yeah, I was
The
like,
set.
oh, I love how like they're like really embracing like queerness through the whole thing too. When he like grabs that guy's
Bowen.
head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He did.
John-
No, there's a different guy.
Jonathan Bailey grabs this like random student's head and he's like
Yes.
literally in like
yeah.
his pants are so his Prince pants.
Yeah.
Like he's so and he's like going like this. I'm like, oh my God. I love it. I love that they're just
Yes.
like
There was a lot of queer people in this movie.
mhm.
Like there was like when he shows up, there's like a guy and they're like twirling their hair.
Yeah, and I think like literally everyone at the school is like, wow. Cause like even what's his name?
Bach.
Bach?
Bach.
Me and
Bach.
Even Bach is like literally chasing him around with like doe-eyed, like, wow, look at this guy.
But stay away from my woman.
Yeah.
Stay
Oh my
away
God,
from
I gotta say though, that did kind of take me out,
what?
the Ethan and Ariana of it all, because like that character is like obsessed with her. And like when he's on a date with Nessa, he's like obsessed with
yeah.
with Glinda, and I was like, oh, this is so awkward. If you're listening to this podcast in the future and you don't know, Ethan Slater, there's an overlap, I believe, allegedly, with his relationship with Ariana and his wife / high school sweetheart, who he just had a baby with.
Yeah.
They
And
had
in
a
the
baby
movie,
too?
in the
I didn't know
movie,
You didn't know that? Oh my God.
When did
you
the
didn't
baby? When
know
was the baby
that?
born? 2022. I knew that they had a thing. I didn't know there was a baby involved.
No. Yeah, he's married with a baby.
But I thought he's with Ariana now.
He is. He left his
Oh yeah, I knew. Oh, so he did leave her.
They're
Okay.
and the
divorced.
baby.
Gotcha.
But the wife and the baby moved to wherever they shot this, somewhere in the UK, I think. Uprooted their whole life to go support him. And he was like, I'm actually gonna fuck this pop star. Sorry.
and in the movie, he's like, I would do anything for you.
He literally says that.
Anything.
I would do anything for you.
What?
I'm
Is this like
telling-
2022, 23, 21?
These are all things that happen in the movie, I'm
That's-
saying.
Oh no, yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, the
the
relationship.
real life, yeah.
I think it was
22?
like late 22
Okay,
or early.
I feel like that's when I heard
23.
about it too.
I want to say 2023.
Yeah, because it was like a while ago, but not super long ago.
It's
Okay.
because this is like before Ari came out with her last album,
Mhm.
and all her songs were about,
Yes.
yeah,
And
Gotcha.
like mind your own business. Like,
Yes. Okay. Got it. Yeah.
oh my
anyways.
God. I will say I think that's the most tragic part of this whole movie.
Is that situation?
It's
Is
tainted.
that in real life? Well, did you see his ex wrote an open letter to like Cosmo or something, and they printed it, and it's like she's a psychiatrist now, and
the
she's
ex is
like
a psychiatrist now?
the ex,
Okay.
and she's like, despite everything, we're both still co-parenting, and we're 100%. Our baby is like taken care of, our focus, but she's like, it's so hard because the worst days and feelings and experience of my life is being advertised around me constantly. And I was like, oh my God, I can't. Because like when you have a breakup
yeah.
and like you see a picture of your ex or someone mentions them and it's like, ugh,
Yeah.
it's like punch to the gut.
Yeah.
Imagine like it's that. It's like your high school sweetheart who you've known forever, who you made a baby with, left you for a fucking pop star of Wicked. Like like that poor woman. I'm surprised she hasn't like Cynthia Plath herself.
Honestly, I'm
Peace and
like,
love.
are they even still together?
Yeah. They like do red
Uh-huh.
carpet stuff together.
Karma.
Like hold
Just
hands.
I know,
wait to see all this
it's-
story.
and
Yeah.
just knowing Ari's track record.
Oh yeah, and Ari
it's
was
not gonna-
she was married to
That's right. They both were.
Yeah. Anyway,
Peter,
Dalton.
I was thinking
I
it
think
was Pete Davidson.
No, yeah. They were just engaged briefly.
Karma.
Anyways.
I'm not that girl. But that scene made me really sad when she is watching Ariana, the person who gets everything, get the guy, of course, and she's not at that. Yeah, she's not.
Yeah.
But she is that girl.
Mhm.
She is. Yeah.
She ate that down.
She's I would put
Anyway.
everyone to sleep except for my little.
Yeah, that part I was like, okay, how come Prince Viriyo is like not hypnotized?
I still. Yeah.
He's different from the others. She didn't.
He's woke.
Totally.
That's what it is.
Okay. Nessa Rose,
Mm-hmm. Oh.
she gets those slippers, the silver slippers.
Where does she get them?
Her dad gave it to her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And those are the slippers.
Those are the ruby red slippers, basically.
Yeah, but MGM owns the rights, so
They had to be silver.
they actually changed the colors just for their movie because in the book it's actually silver.
Oh.
But they just did it because it stood out.
Right.
in
in
their-
Technicolor or whatever the hell.
Yeah, but I thought that movie was that was originally black and white, right?
I don't. I honestly
No,
don't.
what it is when they're in regular. Where's she from? We're not
Kansas.
in Kansas. When they're in Kansas, it's black and white.
We're
When
not
they
in
go
Kansas
to Oz
anymore. Another
color.
iconic.
yes, yeah. That's what it is. When
I
they're in
don't think
Kansas,
we're in
black and
Kansas
white.
anymore.
Oz color.
Oh,
That's all right. Earlier when you were at the black and white version, I was like, wait, it's one and the same.
Oh my god! And that music.
all-
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh yeah.
we're
Oh,
off to see the wizard.
and I'll get you, my pretty.
Yeah, that's a witch's like theme.
I cannot imagine Elphaba saying that.
I don't think she does.
To this day, dead ass, seriously, really thought she was hiding something in her bra. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look up that movie. Nessa's wearing this like button up, and her fucking chest is like
So
big, but it looks like it's stuffed.
The wardrobe. Okay.
Yeah, like because
Right.
I'm looking at a picture of her just like
In
on a
everyday.
red carpet, and she looks normal.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like it's something about the way it looks, the outfit. It
I know,
literally
yeah.
looks like there's something stuffed in there.
maybe there's a harness because she flies in the
yeah,
air.
she does fly.
During that scene.
Well, they were probably getting ready for it. They're like, we'll
She
just have you
flies during that.
keep wearing their shit.
Yeah. She flies during when Elphaba gets upset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, she's in Wicked. She's beautiful.
Oh yeah, she is.
yeah.
I mean it.
There's a lot of haters.
Here, see, yeah, okay, look. So it's just not a flattering outfit, and I think they could have like
Put her in something else.
yeah, or like left it open, or like
Yeah.
I don't know, like something. But I literally was like so positive. I like leaned over to you.
She's hiding something.
I leaned over to you and I was like, "What's she hiding in her shirt?" Because I really thought she was gonna like pull
Pull
out a
something
dog
out.
or something,
That's
like
funny.
something.
A flying monkey.
I get what you're saying. I get what
A
you're
Oh
flying
my
monkey.
god! Like please, all of Elphaba's outfits slay. I have to say, all the little black like
Yeah, I like the dance one. Which versus the dance one's pretty.
Yeah,
she's very
it's like very sheer. Don't you have something like that?
Yes.
Don't you have that hat too? Just kidding.
Yes.
So it took me a while to connect who she is in The Wizard of Oz.
But now you
I get it now.
see it. Did you have to look it up or?
No, you know what? I think it was. I watched a video about the shoes,
Mm.
and then in my head I was like, "Oh yeah, someone else gets hit by the." I like put it together.
I have nothing to say about Bach except that like he is annoying
Yeah.
because he's a munchkin.
Yeah, I don't know if I like munchkins.
I mean,
feel like are munchkins redheaded now? Is in this universe? Is that what makes you a munchkin to have red hair?
Oh,
And that you're not
but the whole
short?
munchkin.
he was. I don't know how tall Ethan Slater is, but he was pretty short compared to everyone else.
Yeah,
Not shorter than
but
Ariana
Glinda,
or
well, that's the thing. I'm like, so is Glinda a munchkin?
I think it's to have red hair. I
She's
could be
half-
wrong.
Like
Half
red
munchkin.
hair and like
Makes
you
you
don't
a
grow
munchkin.
past a certain height.
So they're just a bunch of gingers.
Yeah,
It's what makes you a munchkin, yeah. I think.
Okay.
he was really. Is he more featured in part 2 because he was so just kind of like whatever.
I think it's equal, the same amount.
Okay.
Okay. My favorite part is when she's like trying to
Yeah.
make the ball gown.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like,
boppity
so good.
so funny. She's
No.
so funny.
But you know, at the end of that song, she still like makes that about her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But not as much as me.
Yeah, exactly.
And she like sees herself in the mirror and she's like, "Oh, hello." I think her like vainness is so funny.
Yeah.
Like even when she's before the dance and she's like, "Am I the most scrumptious thing you've ever seen?" or whatever she says. Or she says a made up wizard word. Or
Osword. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
she's
yes.
like scrumpalushamuscious or something.
Yes, yes.
I don't remember that part.
I do. We also need to discuss how she's a manipulator. How she gave the hat to Elphaba. Like, she literally made her take the hat with her hands. She made her hold it. She also made Bach ask Nessa out.
Yeah.
Like, I've worked with people like that. They're very nice, so it's hard to call them out on their BS. But you're a manipulator. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. And she literally is like, I'm going to have Bach date her because I'm a good person. Like, she has that immediate pity for Nessa.
She's the good witch.
So she did something good, but it was like the reasoning behind it and how you did it.
Should we talk about like when they're about to meet the wizard?
The whole Oz thing was like so weird to me because I was like, who the fuck is Oz? Like, what is he? And like the fact that she sang a song like The Wizard and I, because it's just so like, and what?
Right.
And what? Are you guys gonna like get married? Like, what is this like fascination and like why you want? And then like, why would he want to meet her? That sounds weird.
Yeah, but I just thought like she wanted to see him so that he could give her skin back.
I mean, I think for me, I think the telegram should have said something like, I want to invite you to, and then like make up an event.
Like a banquet or some sort.
Something like give it more meaning other than like, I heard you're a magical student. I want to meet you, because it's like, it looks like it's like in the middle of the school season. Like, why would you know what I mean?
Why would you skip school to go to whatever this thing is? Yeah. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
She's not even supposed to be there anyways.
But she is,
But also her professor said to go.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You must go.
I'm not ready.
Oh, yeah. That too. Also,
I was like, what? Oh. All right. So she gets invited to see the wizard. The train pulls up. Where was this train in Wizard of Oz?
Right.
That too.
You could have taken the train.
It's like the Polar Express.
Yeah.
So the train takes them to Oz, and we are
greeted first with
the OGs.
cast.
Dina Mazzelli. I'm joking. I know it's
talented.
And that was cool. I didn't know that they were going to be in it. I was hoping that they'd be incorporated somehow, but I thought maybe they'd be in part 2. But yeah, they were here, and
maybe
I was
they'll come back. Maybe they tell the story in the beginning of part 2. Not that actually happens, and not. But
yeah.
I also couldn't understand a thing they were singing.
I was just happy to see them.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's them.
Yeah.
I just know that they were singing about Oz.
Yeah, and she did her and I was like,
that was funny.
Yeah.
What's the song that they're singing? The whole city.
One short day in the Emerald City.
Oh, why did I call it Oz?
I kept calling it Oz. Like the land is called Oz. That's because of me. I forgot it's Emerald City.
The listeners are going to be like, it's Emerald City.
Emerald City is so iconic.
Yeah.
But yeah, we meet the big Oz robot. Oh yeah, because everyone in this world thinks he is literally like a mystical, magical, like
that's what they've been led to believe.
Yeah.
What a bunch of dumbasses.
They've never seen him.
No one really has. You can't go in there.
Okay, but in Oz the Great Powerful, the movie,
with James Franco.
Yeah, they do know what he looks like.
Is that movie good?
I like that. You've never seen it?
Oh you would like it.
Is it the one with Michelle Williams?
Yes.
I
And
do really like her.
she's a great Glinda.
Okay.
You will like it. It's like another origin story.
And it's actually like more scary.
Oh, it's Oz's origin story.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta check it out.
But it has nothing to do with any of the. I think they just like
not the same universe.
Yeah.
Like a Marvel type thing.
Rachel Weisz is in it.
I love her.
Yeah. And that 70s show.
I know.
Mila Kunis.
Yes.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeff Goldblum.
That was cool. I knew it was going to be.
I already knew from
some man behind the machine. That's what the Wizard of Oz is. Yeah.
And that part when he was like singing, I was like,
yeah. He's like a jazz musician.
Oh, like singer too.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I mean, it was kind of giving that because he was doing all that.
Yeah.
Jazz hands.
But it's like Jeff Goldblum. version of everything. So it's
Yeah.
a little kind of weird.
Your little cookie.
So that whole time I was like, oh, this is your dad. The whole time she's meeting Oz, I'm like, this guy's about to tell.
Dad?
Yeah. The whole time I was like, this guy's going to be like, I'm your dad. That's why I
what
want
makes
to
you
meet
think
you.
that's some Star Wars type?
But that's what it felt like. I was waiting for it. I was like, he's your dad. And he made you green because he loves emerald.
I didn't think about that. Okay.
Right?
Oh.
I'm guessing I'm wrong because you guys know what happens. But, oh, yeah, his puppet show.
Cut
What do you
out.
call it?
Miniature.
Of Oz. And they're
Emeralds.
like, oh, and there's like the brick road. And they're like, huh, what color should we do this? You know, Elphaba, you try.
Mhm. And Glinda picks yellow, doesn't she?
Yeah, and
Does
she
she?
makes it about herself. She's like, go back.
And it's like,
Everything is about her.
dude, this is Elphaba's dad.
Did you keep thinking that? Like, you're like, when is
I
he gonna
still
say
think it. I
Oh.
know. I'm pretty positive that's not the case. Here's what I think. I think that little potion bottle came from him, though.
Ooh. Oh.
The green. I think
That she sleeps with underneath her
He basically
pillow.
created Elphaba. He wanted to make someone powerful like that. And I think he slipped that little bottle into the mom's life.
Okay.
Or he's the guy she's having an affair with.
But he's not like a real wizard, so what is it?
Yeah.
So what's the potion?
Yeah.
I don't know, because there really are magic, isn't there? How's Glinda having a bubble machine that flies around?
Michelle
Must-
Yeoh.
Michelle
Michelle
Yeoh,
Yeoh has
yeah.
magic.
Yeah. So like maybe Michelle was like bippity boppity boo to a little potion.
I can see that because she can control the weather. So maybe she puts her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
So-
forgot to talk about
And
that.
maybe like the green was like a side effect, or it's green so that they could find her.
What's green so they can find who?
Her skin.
What is green? The potion is green so that they can find Elphaba?
Yeah, it turns Elphaba green so that they can find Elphaba. Do you
Let
know
us
what I'm
know.
saying?
Let us know in the comments.
Who's they?
Who's they? The government.
Got you. So
No,
put this
for
out in
real.
the world, and whoever
That's
drinks
actually a
it will
good
know
theory.
because
Like-
they will be green.
Yeah, the Michelle who's real magic, and then Oz who's apparently just a poser, are like, we want to have a sorcerer. And then she's like, here, I'll make a potion and we'll make it green, your favorite color.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and like,
Just
give this to someone and
okay.
we'll find her when she grows up because she's going to be green.
Oh, I like that theory. I like that. I like that.
Should I write it? Should I write a musical?
Yeah. Another backstory.
Yeah.
A third.
What if they expand that story?
Do they get into it?
Who's they?
Do we find out who's they?
I don't know.
No, for real. I'm like, who's the government? Who? Michelle Yeoh?
Because I
Yeah.
want to. I mean,
And who? Because
The Wizard of Oz.
can't say.
No.
Okay.
Anyways, so Madame Morrible comes up. She like shows up.
This is when the
right?
story picks up.
Yeah.
When she walked in, I was like, wait, what's going on?
Since
Why
we're
are you
like
here?
gonna get into Miss Madame Morrible.
I'm like, why are you here?
Which I know. I was like, did you get on the train?
I guess so.
You know
or
what I
you
mean?
got here somehow.
She got on the bubble.
This is when I was like, okay, what's going on? It was giving just very predatory. A
Yeah.
little- I was like, wait,
Mm-hmm,
it was like
her
a sneak
stalker.
attack. I was like,
Right.
wait, why are you here and this person's here? And
You know, her character is basically the same as Crazy Rich Asians.
oh, the mom.
Yeah, she's always
That's
like,
so funny.
yeah, like that scene with her and Glinda, and she's
Oh my
like,
god.
she's like, you'll never be enough.
Yeah, it literally is the same.
I've seen
That's
this
so
before.
funny because she's so mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
But
she's
yeah,
there.
so there. Okay, the book.
Oh yeah, the
Is it the Book of
The
Spells?
Grimory. I forgot what it's called.
it's the same book
remember.
Scarlet Witch has.
The Dark Hall.
Just kidding.
It is.
Every
Oh,
witch
yeah.
needs some old haunted spell book.
Yes.
That's
yes.
just forbidden.
And it's like an octagon or
Mhm.
something, and
Yeah.
it's just like
I was like, oh, they had to make it original
How does Elphaba? How is she the only one that can read it?
because she has real magic powers.
Oh, and when you have those powers, it enables you to read.
She has like intuition.
and
Right?
Madame Morrible can't really.
Yeah.
she can only make out certain words.
That's
Apparently,
why
oh,
they needed to put a green little potion bottle out in the world.
Okay, I'm open.
Okay.
That is such a good theory.
No, it is. It is.
Yeah.
That potion is what enables. But then why can't Michelle Yeoh just drink the potion and now she can?
She's not a baby. It has to like
from birth.
make it. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Like they tested it.
It's basically genetically modified.
Yeah. Why do they hate the animals?
That's another question.
Yeah.
We
Why?
never find out. Is it just like discrimination, but we don't really know?
It's low-key discrimination.
I don't know why. And I've seen why do we hate animals?
Yeah, because it's
we
like
just do in this universe.
okay.
Something happens, someone get hurt.
Right. Because usually there's like something, like at least in a story, it'd be something like
An origin.
Oh, animals took their jobs away.
Or something.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Damn, the animal show is so sad though. But so she does her spell
Right. She's like
to the monkey, and it's horrifying.
Oh, I knew you would freak out.
Oh my God.
I
it was
felt that part.
horrifying.
Yeah.
I could feel the pain.
Yeah. It was like, I was like, I don't want to see this. This is too much. This is too intense.
Yeah.
This is too real. Oh my God. It was horrible.
And then she wanted to undo it. And Michelle's like, you can't.
Yeah.
What you
I
mean
didn't
you
realize
can't do
I
it?
didn't realize it was gonna happen to all the monkeys. I thought it was just the one.
Yeah, me
Right.
too.
And then when they showed like the rest of the monkeys turning too, or like getting their wings,
Yeah.
and Madame Warble's like, get the witch.
She's like, these will be perfect for spying the city.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that's what you wanted? Why are you guys so obsessed with like control?
I mean, that's like reality.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like those drones that are everywhere.
Oh, the ones in New Jersey?
Oh my gosh. I can't get into it.
I don't know much about that.
Oh.
I do. They're claiming that they don't know whose drones they are.
Mhm. They're like,
Well, I don't believe that. They know.
well, I don't know if I want to get into it. I think we're in World War III already.
Oh my God.
And I think in the last 24 hours, there's been 3 specific things that happened that really indicated 2.
Against who? Who are we against? Are we against China? Because I would.
It's China, Russia against everyone. Well, except for, what was it? Bulgaris?
Oh, bitch.
Yeah.
That's,
The little mini
that's
wannabe
not
people.
good. That's one country
Middle
you don't
East.
want to be against. Well, that's 2. Really, 2. You do not.
Is that why there's so many plane crashes right now?
Yeah, there's 3 in the last 24 hours. Okay, I'll get into it, guys.
3
Special
American plane
report.
crashes?
Okay.
Special So as of this recording,
Yes,
in the
as of
last
this
24
recording.
hours, Air Canada, South Korea, and Ireland, they all had landing crashes. All 3, the wheels didn't come out in the last 24 hours. That's the statistics of like 3 large plane crashes. It's kind of unheard of. And on Christmas Eve of 2024, the American Airlines, one of the biggest airlines in the country, grounded every single flight. Okay. And initial reports from someone who was allegedly on a flight said that the airplane captain said they had their software had gotten hacked. And I don't know if that's the narrative they're going with right now. But years ago, I had heard some smart person say that World War III was not going to be an arms war. It was going to be a technology war. I think all these airlines and stuff has been hacked. Because why would 3 airplanes all crash the same way? And like a landing is a controlled crash. So that's the most like guaranteed way you could like, blow up a plane is like the wheels don't come out because it's going to skid and it's like, it's gas, air, everything to like make fire or like,
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. And like for a major airline to ground every flight, like
scary.
that's probably $1 billion in that day. I mean, that's
Wow.
fucking crazy. 2 days after my flight got canceled, I go
What
and
airline
look.
were you at?
American.
Oh, okay.
This is 2 days after Christmas Eve, the 26th. I go and look that day at the Dallas airport. They canceled 522 flights.
Wow.
That is our headquarters. Just FYI, Dallas is American Airlines headquarters. But go. Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
yes.
But it's
still.
another.
Oh,
That's
that's
another.
cool.
Was that where you were? Were you in Dallas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, please, I just want to go home, please. I told my sister, I was like, if I can't get on a flight tomorrow, I'm renting a car and driving home. She was like, won't that take longer? I'm like, at least I know I'll get there.
Yeah.
Like
At least 2 days.
that whole airplane ride, I was like, because I had the window seat where like you can see like the front of the propeller thing. I was just looking at it and I was like, God, I'm not ready to die. I mean, I accept my fate, but I'm not ready. I'd prefer for it to not be now. And the guy sitting to my left was wearing a pilot. He was wearing a pilot outfit.
Okay.
And I was like,
What are you doing here?
yeah,
I
was
like that
why?
because I feel like if anything unusual is happening, they would be able to know.
Right. Well, and I
Because you
think
fly
he
these.
must have been there for a reason.
They fly on planes sometimes, pilots sometimes.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen them. Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole time though, I was like, are you
Here for backup or
like off duty, or are you pretending to blend in? And then he was literally studying airplane stuff.
Oh,
maybe
he just
he was just
graduated.
Yeah, I think
We
he's a
need you.
student. Yeah. Anyway, but that's my theory.
He
As
took
of
a
this
crash
recording.
course.
So that was my
Wow.
special report. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Well, thank you for sharing that conspiracy. We're now a conspiracy podcast.
I'm so down.
Okay, back to the movie though.
Yes. But yeah, that was sad when the monkeys were transforming. And then Michelle Yeoh like turned them on her.
Yeah,
That's
that part
terrible.
was cool when she was like walking away, so slow motion. And, like,
Why were they like listening to them though? I'm like, now you have wings. Go free yourself.
I don't
Okay, so the
know.
wings hurt. They were in pain, weren't they? And she was like, "This. She's the one who did this to you. It's her."
Oh, you're right. Yeah. But don't they become like her crew in the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah,
Aren't
The
the monkeys
Wizard of
like
Oz.
In the
witches,
Wizard
like,
of Oz and Oz.
Mm-hmm.
We got the flying monkeys coming after her, and it's like a
Ariana.
fucking horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Brittany jumps. I was like, and you jump too.
Yeah,
I was like, yes.
It was really intense.
it was.
Yeah, and then Ariana is like really funny when she's like running down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny.
But they find the hot air balloon and they're like trying to escape and stuff because all the guards are coming after her too.
This was good.
Yeah, and I was like, that's not actually in the live musical.
Okay.
But I love that scene, that whole chase scene just made it more like action packed, you know? And then it starts to like shift because we got one last song. And that part was kind of jarring to me.
I knew it was time for that song.
I knew it
I
was
was
coming.
like,
I didn't
We
know
gotta
how
go.
that song began, but it was like,
okay.
Jen, I hope you're happy. Jen, I hope you're happy. I'm like, okay, what is this music? Is this how it starts?
I know. And I'm like, it's so awkward because I'm like, I feel like when people say, I hope you're happy, it's like a negative thing. Like, I hope you're happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the
It
whole
is.
time she's singing it, I'm like, are you being a bitch? Or are you like being nice? I don't get it. I hope you're happy.
I think it started off bitch, turned into
Mm.
I hope you're happy.
You felt like it started off as bitchy?
Oh yeah, it did. She was mad at her. Like you're acting crazy. Calm down. She was trying to get her to act.
You're right. Because she's
normal.
like, just do what they want.
Yeah.
Like,
you can still just
hello.
apologize. Like she's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not apologizing.
I thought they were gonna change it up. You know, sometimes they do that for movies. But
Is I hope you're happy.
the beginning of Defying Gravity.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
That's why I was like, oh, that's how this song starts. I'm not an expert.
Oh yeah, that I will say I saw someone talking about It's Me, and they were like, yeah, I wonder how the movie's gonna do it because it's like how you jump into it. And they were like, I love how they did it. It worked perfectly, but to me, it was like very jarring.
Oh, really?
She's like, it's me, it's me, it's me. Like
oh, when she's like flying through the
just tonally
tower.
the jump, because her speaking voice was like at a totally different.
It's
you
me.
know.
Then the
I'm
singing-
the one you want.
I mean, it's a
I
good
thought it was
song.
cool.
She's good.
Because it was kind of like slow motion when she was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's like flying through the tower or whatever. and
Yeah.
she crashes at the.
And then she falls right after that.
Oh, and she does the spell to her broom.
Yeah.
she doesn't know that though.
Right.
She
Does
just
she?
like, she's like,
Yeah. What was the plan?
I feel like
Did she know
was
she was
just.
doing that, or did she like?
I think she was trying to do it on herself, like to make her float.
Oh my god! I hope not. That would be stupid. Because if she got like that, obviously is very painful.
yeah.
And Ariana's like, "Let me put this cloak on you."
I know. Right.
I was
this
like,
room.
oh, the
She's like,
clock.
"Here, put this on. Stay warm."
Yeah. That part
And she
was
had
like.
the hat. I was like, oh, this is how
The
it
hat that like
became.
doesn't fly off.
Yeah.
That's a strong hat.
Yeah.
It was definitely holding space.
yes. Hold on. But
Okay, so she's flying out
Mhm.
the window and she's like falling.
Right.
that was scary. I was like, wait, I thought this shit was supposed to work.
right.
Why is she falling? So yeah, that took me by surprise.
So she jumps and then she sees herself in the reflection of that she's falling.
Which is just the movie, right? That doesn't happen in the stage.
No, she's not falling in the stage version.
Yeah, it does.
But she doesn't see herself.
Honestly,
No.
I don't remember what happened.
I don't think I heard it like on a
Okay.
video that like her
She
seeing
doesn't
herself,
fall.
and I heard like Cynthia. She didn't see that until she saw the edit.
Yeah, and then that song, that last note, I knew that was gonna happen.
Should we all do it? I don't remember how it goes.
I just sound like George of the Jungle
Oh my god!
or Tarzan.
I saw her do it on Jimmy Fallon. You guys see that?
Yes, I did. It was cute. It was cute.
Yeah, and like that, we were talking before we started recording, but so when she's singing all that, slowly that cloak is getting bigger. And then
Yeah.
so when she does that note, the cloak is like the size of like
a
a
mountain.
parachute or a mountain. Like it's huge.
Yeah.
I did
Like,
not notice that.
It's so funny.
I
Like you
will
don't
next time.
see the end of it either.
Yeah.
We don't know if
Where it ends.
It's literally a giant, like it's insane.
but that is an homage to the
Mhm.
live theater version.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Had I known that before like watching this movie.
yeah. It's a nice little touch.
Oh, and then Michelle Yeoh, like
Oh.
she like awards. It says Ariana, like, yeah,
Right.
I'll take care of you
Right.
if you see on our side. But yeah,
Damn. So is she like bad now?
I think in part she's bad in part one.
she's just a bad,
But I mean, like, they're like buddies.
she's like a frenemy.
To me, she's not a friend. Remember the beginning of the movie? They asked her, "Was she your friend?" She acted funny. So, a true friend would not act like that. A true friend would
Yeah.
like, that's my friend.
Yeah, she did have a
Yeah.
lot of. Well, yeah, because she's like celebrating the fucking death.
Yeah, and she lights that friggin'
Yeah.
wooden, it's
they
like Wicker
burn-
Man.
Yeah, they burn like witch Wicker Man.
Y'all were never friends.
Yeah, that's some dark shit.
Oh wait, everyone at Shiz is going crazy.
Wait, they are?
Or the Emerald
All the
City?
students.
Oh.
Why?
Shiz, they're like the Wicked Witch.
Mm.
Yeah, and then it ends with her flying away. And that's the end of part 1.
Yeah.
So I have an interesting fact.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just heard this. So you'd mentioned this at the beginning of the episode. Wicked was a book, then a musical, then a movie. The OG musical is a critique of the W. Bush administration. Okay, this was in Bush's first term and during the Iraq War, only 2 years after 9/11. Any political commentary you're picking up is very much not an accident. It was relevant then and sadly only more relevant now. Yeah, I did pick up the book and it was like one sentence. It was like Rizzle Doozle, Goozle Boo Doo Boo, Shiz. And I was like, what? I'm not kidding, that's a sentence. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna read this book. Because I was like, ooh, that'd be fun to read.
Yeah, I heard it's
It was a
it's
spell
darker
you just read.
to fly.
Just kidding.
Okay, dislikes.
The color grading. I feel like that is the biggest complaint that I've heard from everyone compared to Wizard of Oz. It's not like oversaturated like the Wizard of Oz is. And so it doesn't feel like it's in the same universe. And I know it's not supposed to, but it feels more like mystical and like you're in a different world.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, it's very muted. Is like the forest stuff super muted too, or no? I don't remember.
I felt like the forest stuff, and when they get to Emerald City, it's like the most saturated.
Okay, yeah.
When they're at Shiz though, maybe it's because like the production design is mostly like tan or
Mhm.
like this color. It makes everything so desaturated and flat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like even her skin, but maybe that was like difficult to color grade because of her skin. They had to
Yeah.
color around that.
I bet there is a lot of intention around the coloring, especially if Shiz is like muted and then everything else. Like, there's got to be a reason for it.
They said that it's because they wanted to depict like real life. And I'm like, no,
This isn't real
just
life.
like immerse us into this movie and just make this mystical
Right.
and like, you know.
I think maybe you're right about they wanted it to reflect real life. Maybe that's why so many people who don't like musicals maybe like this one, because it didn't seem as far reaching or as fake. It seemed more real. Could that be a thing? Maybe. I don't know.
I was going to say a lot of things that Shiz feels soft
Mhm.
is like how I would explain the look is like soft. Did you have any dislikes?
I really didn't have any dislikes. I liked it. I loved it.
I have one other dislike.
Yeah. I'd like to hear. Go.
I don't like the school name. Shiz.
What in the shiz?
It's so weird. Like I was like, wait, it sounds like a mistake, you know?
Well, guys, final thoughts?
My final thoughts are I really liked it.
My final thoughts, I thought they did a great job expanding the musical and the book into a movie. Everyone did an amazing job. Cynthia was incredible. Ariana needs to be in a horror movie. How many onions?
A blooming onion.
Wow.
What is that? The most that someone
That's like
can
the
have?
most. That's
Oh, okay.
5. I give this 4.5. 4.5 onions. Okay, final thoughts.
I give it a bloomin' onion as well.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like one of the greatest movies. It's up there. One of the greatest movies ever made, especially with musical movies. Only one I would tie it with is maybe Chicago. If you haven't seen Chicago, I think Chicago is really good for a movie musical. But yeah, it's really, really, really good. I loved it. I want to see it again. Can't wait for part 2.
Well, that's the end of this episode. Thanks for listening. Let us know what you think about Wicked. Brittany, where can we find you?
You can find me at humble_books_review.
And you can find me on Instagram at @somecallme_Ricky. And if you liked this episode, you can find us on Instagram and YouTube at Paper Screen Podcast. So smash that like button, hit us up, let us know what you think.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.